Hello. Hey, hi. I was having a not very productive day, and I thought, what better way to just shake me out of it than to do another little high intensity jam on something new and unique, something not the nightmare that I'm actually working on. I'm going to do this stream in the same kind of format as the last one, which is going to be uh, yeah, so last time, oh wait, before I start, I gotta switch my camera. I gotta remember to switch my camera. Here we go. Here we go. Where's my of course someone text messages me. Okay. Boop. There we go. So when I last left you, here we were at the scene of the bus crimes that I did last time. Oh, look at those. Look at that! Look at that sweet bus. So last time I did not a time box jam, but just how long will it take me jam. And you can see I didn't even stop my stopwatch. So why don't we stop that and reset it? So last time I made. Well, why don't I show you what I made? How about, because that'll give me a chance to actually turn on my VR headset and get. Look at me being prepared. Oh, jeez. I gotta close. We all know VR doesn't work unless the windows are closed. All right. Is this running yet? Still booting up. There we go. VR's turned on. Base station's waking up. There's one online at least. And did it crash on me? It may have crashed on me. Hello? Hello, computer. Oh, is it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, got it working. So I made a bus that you can sit in VR. Here I am in my little seat looking out. And this is a steering wheel that you can grab and turn. And you can drive around. Hooray! The nicest thing you can do in VR is do some Tokyo drifting. Oh, I hate that blue. Turn the wheel around this way. Something I didn't show in the last video is you can just keep turning the wheel and it just amplifies your motion in the most sickening way possible. All right, so what I want to do today is to one up my VR sickness game. I would like to, instead of making a nice fun sickening bus, I would like to make a nice fun sickening airplane. That's right, I'm gonna make a VR airplane flight simulator, I guess. I guess that's what it's gonna be called. Oh, I see. It was generating lighting. That's why. Oh, I should have generated lighting before. Okay, so to make my VR airplane, I'm just going to take this bus folder and I'm going to duplicate it, and that'll cause no problems, I'm sure. All the scripts and everything I have in there. Why is it taking so long? And YouTube says it's not receiving enough data and it's going to start buffering on me. Why would it do that? Why would it do that to me? Come on. What's taking so long? Why? Okay, there we go. Oh, it's probably duplicating like all the terrain data and all the tree locations and everything. So let's rename this folder airplane. This is infuriating. How slow this is going. This is infuriating. Is it trying to recompile and it's erroring on all these scripts? Frustrating times. At least I've got my feisty cherry Diet Coke to keep me company while I wait for Unity to get its act together. So refreshing. Okay. Airplane. Let's just nuke this and we can reuse the old trees and bus and terrain. We don't need any of those things. And it's going to go slow again. Come on. It's a good thing I didn't start my countdown timer yet, but this is the glory of game development right here. Just spinning wheels. Well, while this goes, why don't I describe what I'm going to do? I'm going to remember to start the countdown timer. That's an important bit. I'm going to create a really basic cockpit, and I'm just going to make it fly forward, and I'm going to sit in it, and I'm going to observe the terrain. Easy, quick, fast, done. Then I can really quickly just see if the seating configuration is good. I think this time I'm not going to grab a bus off the asset store like I did last time. Mostly because it keeps throwing a whole bunch of errors and things, and I had to slap my own shaders on there because of the universal rendering pipeline. So I don't want to do any of that stuff. I just want to get going, You know how it is. You know what it's like to just want to get going. Is it generating lighting now? Now I've got a different spinning wheel. Come on. Unity, let me go. Okay, so I'll get a basic cockpit. I'll sit my camera in it. I'm going to make it fly forward just in a basic straight line. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up some basic keyboard controls. So I'll probably just reuse the Tokyo Drift style bus controls just to make the airplane. So I've got yaw. I've got yaw. I'll have constant acceleration. And it'll be affected by gravity, so I won't be able to just go straight up forever. And I just need to add bank. And I guess I need bank to actually do a little bit of yaw in global space, at least, to turn me. I think really small, simple code just to make that at least halfway believable. And then I'm going to... Oh, what is taking so long? And then I'm just going to do the work of hooking up a joystick that kind of sits in the middle, and I can bend and deflect in different directions to make it so that I can make it map the controller motion in VR to a flight stick in the cockpit. Oh, look, and I've been given back control just now. Hooray. Hooray. So yeah, let's do this then. First step, I don't want a bus. And I think maybe I'll reuse the steering column, but I'm going to have to redo all the logic on it and everything. So why don't I just delete the wheel? And there I've got my flight stick. Look at that, super complex flight stick. Woohoo! Vertical pull geo, right? That's just the geo. Oh, no, this is the actual grabbable. Flight stick root. And this is going to be the... Oh, I see what's happening here. I'm just going to delete all of this and redo it just because the nesting was off. So I want a grabbable cylinder, and I want it to pivot on the base, not from the middle. And I forgot to start my stopwatch. Yeah, so if I just create a cylinder, it's going to pivot and rotate around the middle, which I don't want. I want it from the base like a joystick. So I'm going to have to create a start and stopwatch, and I'm going to have to create a... So this is the root. This is just the container object that's going to hold the whole thing. Then I need a georoot, and then from the georoot under that, I'm going to make the cylinder. The cylinder is going to be what, like 10 centimeters around? Does that sound about right? And I want it to be tall, maybe a meter tall. That's it. A meter, yeah, but like waist high, right? Right, like that. That looks too tall. Is one of these roots not at one? Oh no, it's no. Yeah, that seems too tall. I don't know why that seems too tall. What did I scale? What did I just scale? Did I just scale it to... Oh, I did just scale it to... Oh, I don't even know. Okay, whatever. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Okay, and then under this airplane, I need the airplane geometry, and I'm just going to make it out of basic cubes. Because why not? So this is going to be the fuselage of the airplane. Cool. Perfect. Let's make it small and flat because I got to make it basically hollow. And then I'm going to duplicate that, and I'm going to rotate it, and I'm going to move it. And we have a wing. Let's make it more biplane style. So it's going to be kind of like, oh, if it's going to be biplane, shouldn't I just... if it's going to be a biplane, I should probably make it a cylinder so you can kind of sit in a barrel, but that sounds too complicated. So I'm just gonna leave it like this. Look at that sweet, sweet airplane. Sweet. Okay, great. Perfect. And where's the center of this? Right there. So that's the point it's going to rotate around, which I think I want to be more around where the person's going to be sitting, because you want kind of the center of gravity to be okay there. I'm going to move the flight stick root under this so that I can place it kind of at 0. Oh, this airplane is nowhere near big enough if that's a meter tall. And then the player is going to spawn right behind, and they're going to be rotated, looks like 180, to be facing forward in the airplane, right? Yeah, because I was building the airplane backwards, apparently. Okay, before I get much further, I'm just going to do a sanity check on this and make sure that this, I just want to double check the scale of this, because I'm not working with any familiar modeling or anything like that. So me just sitting here in place should... What's happening? Where am I? Come on. Come on. Wow, my Unity is not behaving today. What is going on? Is it lighting again? It might be lighting again. Do. Yeah, it's just like completely locked up. Look at that. It doesn't seem to be doing much. VR problems. Did I save the scene? I saved the scene. Good, because that means I can just kill it then, right? Boom. and then I'll restart it. And I'm gonna, just in case this is the problem, I'm going to make it turn off the auto generation of the lighting, and maybe that will fix the problem. What the heck is going on? Why is this slow now? Is it the stopwatch? Is it the stopwatch app is just taking all my CPU? Oh, wait, Steam Tours. I think SteamVR Home was running in the background and sucking up a lot of my CPU. Maybe that's what was happening. Maybe something just loaded out of turn there. Oh, did it not save my scene? Or wait, was I just editing the wrong scene? I was editing the wrong scene. So I'm going to rename the scene Airplane, move it up here. This is why you always duplicate scenes. I always duplicate a scene and then accidentally edit the original scene. It's one of my most common things. Turn off the auto generation on the lighting. Now it'll be manually triggered in case that's what was going on. Hit play. It should be like near instant. Come on. Come on. Okay, at least I got an error. Because I still have the bus logic on here and bus logic on there. I make this the appropriate size. There we go. Okay. Okay. Got it working. I don't know what the heck is up with that. This pole does not look 1 meter tall. That pole is definitely not 1 meter tall. I think the airplane has got decent dimensions here. Got my hands. Got one hand, other hand. There's my other hand. Okay, this pole is supposed to be 1 meter tall. It's supposed to be about half the height, so I'm guessing something's 2x scale. Wings are about right. Sure, the airplane's good. Just add a little tail section on there, give it a bit of character, and it'll be fine. That's why I need... Oh, wouldn't it be great if you just had like an artist working with you live on stream alongside you? Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great. Okay, let's take a look at all the scales here and just make sure that they're all good. So the airplane's 111. The player is all 111. Airplane geometry 111. Flight stick root 111. Geo 111. Cylinder 1 meter tall. Oh, cylinder is half distance, isn't it? So if you want it 1 meter tall, it's got to be 0.5. Let's have the thinness as well. And then if we move this down to just be stuck on the floor there. Okay, great. And then let's just for comfort, I'm going to, what am I going to do? Give us a little, oops, angled box to sit in, you know? Like I just want to be cradled a little bit by my airplane, get a little airplane hug. Like that, you know? You know how it is. When you're in an airplane, you don't want to just be like looking over the edge. You kind of want to feel like you're safe. And let's just flip that. And I could be being much more careful with my math to make sure they're even on both sides, but who cares? And up front, let's just add a bit of a dashboard. So, oh, weird, why is it? I'm wondering why the sizing controls are way over here in the middle. Is it because I got Pro Builder going? Is that what's doing it? Okay, so here's like my dashboard cube. Nice, perfect. And because we're not going to leave the plane, we'll never know We'll never know how messy it is. And let's just make a nice minimalist square propeller right out the front. And Andy makes crappy Unity art the live stream. Isn't this amazing? Perfect. Perfect. Let's make it a little bit thicker so we can see it when it's spinning. And then on this script, I'm going to make a propeller, I think. I know airplanes. I should know if it's propeller or propeller, and I don't. Okay. Propeller. Let's organize that script into there. Then I will double check the spin rate on this, and yeah, I'll just load up VR and double check all the dimensions. Why don't I do that while my IDE is loading? Okay, how's it look? I'll let you look too. Why don't I set up the camera here so you can see both views? All right, how's this look? It looks like the sun direction is too steep, and I can't really make out the difference because there's no light in here. So why don't I make a material? I need a dashboard, and the dashboard will be that color. Badoop. And let's duplicate that, and let's make the fuselage. Now the fuselage is going to be metallic, and it's going to... Actually, that metallic purple looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Let's make it like that. And, oh yeah, all shiny. Okay, why don't we just highlight all of these bits? I think that's everything I want, right? That there's a strange noise at the door. That was weird. I don't know what it was. It sounded like someone jiggling keys in the lock. Door's locked though. Okay, where was I? Looking at this. Okay, we got this nice metallic. The dashboard. Oh, is it just that we need more ambient light around here? How do you increase ambient light? Is that in the lighting settings? Environment lighting. Environment over reflection. I mean, I don't want to map the light out. It's going to take forever. Light mapper? No. No, it can't be that right. I'm not a lighting expert, as may be apparent. Why don't I just make this... Oh, it's the dashboard color. There we go. Okay, maybe that's fine. And then I need a propeller. I spelled it the other way. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And let's make the propeller a less metallic red. Okay. I think I should be... That's dash. That's prop. And I just want this to spin, so thanks for auto-completing the wrong one. And then I just want to rotate it by a set amount, which I could probably grab from the old bus script just to do a quick copy and paste. Bus, 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 bus. Yeah, transform, rotate by the amount. Okay, cool. So here, rotation is going to be spin speed times delta time. Yeah, that's good, right? That's all I need. Let's just double check that that's working, because that's like the most important part of this whole experiment. Oh, should be spinning on the y-axis? Huh. No, it shouldn't be spinning on the y-axis. That's a bad propeller. Okay, z-axis, I believe. Whoops. Give that a go. I mean, I could have just exposed a vector 3 here for the spin speed, and that would have been better. Better. And the propeller has a collider, so now it is bouncing the airplane around, which, I mean, that could be fun. Why don't we call that a feature, huh? Why don't we call that a feature? So this whole airplane now, I can just grab the whole thing, including the player, just move it up. Let's give it a drag of 0.1. It's using gravity, and I want the whole thing. I need a flight script so that I can move the airplane around. And that's going to be, here we go. Let's open that up. Okay, let's start modeling us some airplanes, the cheapest possible airplane logic. So I'm just going to steal bus logic. I'm going to rename it flight. And then we don't have the circular drive in this one. We're just going to, yeah, like that. Okay, there we go. And the speed. Okay, so what I want to do is I want the speed of the airplane to be not pushing it forward, which I'm calculating here. I want it to be going slightly up. So transform forward is just like straight ahead, but I'm going to say like lift, like what's the lift component? It's going to be transformed to up, and now I need a lift multiplier of some kind. I don't know what that value is going to be. So that'll just always lift us up. So then I'm going to add the lift component there, and then yeah, that should keep us going, right? Okay, until I get this actually working, I'm going to disable the collider on, oh hey Maple. This is Maple the cat. He was asleep this whole time. He's probably excited to get some food and is going to start bugging me. Okay, airplane logic. Let's start adding some numbers here. So for the bus, I think I had these both at 100, steering force 50, and I'm just gonna guess at a lift multiplier of 10. Let's just see how this sits right here in the scene view. Yeah, that looks totally accurate. Negative 10 goes down. What if it's 1? What's enough to make this lift off? 5? 10? 10's enough to lift off. Why is it not going forward, though? That is zany. I mean, I can steer with the A and D keys on the keyboard. So that's the bus motion. So I got my rudder control in there. The lift component's giving it a little bit of up, but it doesn't seem to be moving forward. Oh, because forward is backwards. Of course, because I built the whole airplane backwards. So why don't I just grab... Oh, and the player isn't really in the airplane either. Okay, why don't I just move the player into the airplane, and then the airplane, I'm just going to spin around 180 degrees. So that's facing quote-unquote forwards. So now the XR player, yeah, okay. That should be good, right? That should make it actually fly in the forward direction. Yeah, look at it go. Look at that totally accurate airplane. So 10's a bit much. We kind of want it almost neutral, right? So it's beginning to sink again. 9. Nine might be the neutral factor. It should probably be a component of the forward motion, right? And maybe we'll keep this nice lazy movement speed. It's nice and it's peaceful. Kind of matches the propeller rotation. Look at us go. Let's pop on the headset real quick. Make sure this looks all right. Okay, this flight stick I'm going to want to lower a bit. Just a bit. 75% the height. And oh, I never added the tail to the airplane, but this looks all right. And then if I use the A and D keys after giving it focus. Right, so that's kind of the rudder motion, which, okay, I got to remember 9 for flight steering force. Let's try reducing that dramatically and giving it focus. Yeah, that seems better. 10. And look at that. Nice shadows playing out here. All right, cool. So let's say 9 and 10. Just save those values. Sweet. Okay, so now I've got the rudder. Why don't I rename steering force to rudder, which was 10. Just so I remember what that is. And oh, come on, recompile. Whoops. I forgot. I did not do the correct rename. Rudder. Apparently there's a bug in Unity. The recompile is really slow right now in 2019.3 because they did something where it recompiles everything in your package manager at the same time. So all of that stuff is being recompiled as well, even if it doesn't need to, like it's getting dirtied for no good reason. Okay, so now I need pitch, and I'm going to need roll. So why did I have dot? Oh, that was for the bus, so it wouldn't turn if you're upside down. We no longer need that. We just need to increase your speed if you're slower than the maximum speed. Sweet. The lift, though, you should still be maintaining lift without. Okay, so let's just keep this all here. I'm going to start commenting these things. Flight mechanics is important. Increase speed if necessary. So we're just trying to keep a maximum speed. It's always going to be trying to maintain a maximum speed, which should probably increase a little bit. Now adding lift. Lift should be up times the lift multiplier times your current speed. By some magic number, which I don't know what that is going to be. So I'm just going to call it 1. Always good to name your magic numbers and actual magic numbers so that you remember. And the magnitude So I don't want lift to go negative if the magnitude is negative, right? So it will never be negative, right? Or will it? Will it? No, because the magnitude is just the dimension. Whatever. How about we just never go backwards? Problem solved. Okay. So that's adding lift. This is rudder control or yaw. So that's the left-right motion with the A and D keys, which Unity defaults to the horizontal axis. So why don't I just copy and paste? You know, I'm going to type it again. Roll control. No, pitch control will be next. No time to fix typos. Pitch is going to be no. Get axis vertical. So this is going to default to the W and S keys in Unity. Pitch times time delta time. No, pitch amount. So I multiply by steering, which is the input. Oh, I see. Pitch input. This is going to be rudder input. Pitch input. Pitch times pitch input. So that's my number I set in the inspector, so I can play around with the value. And then I just want to really easily rotate, and pitch is on the x-axis. Yeah. Okay, that's cleaned up a bit better. And then I'm going to call this roll control. Roll input, roll amount. Roll input, roll input. So I need a new axis, don't I? Okay. So I'll look at this. This is getting much more complicated. I think this is going to take me 90 minutes. I forgot to call it up front, so I remember. Yeah, normally here I'll do some meta. I'll do a meta conversation real quick here. One of the reasons that you do these kinds of jams isn't just for the fun of doing like a crazy experiment or making something like neat for fun. Part of this as professional development is trying to figure out trying to source in your own head what you can do. Set yourself some goals, set yourself a time limit in your head, and just feel out how long it's going to take you. Do a self-estimate, and then do it, and then compare your estimate. What isn't good, what isn't scientific, what isn't a good business practice is to do the same thing. You kind of lay out a bunch of work, do the work, look back at how long it took you, and then just say, yeah, that felt about right. You have to call it up front. It's the act of calling it up front that is important. I didn't do it this time because last time I did it in about an hour, and this time I thought it would be about the same, so I didn't say it out loud, but I was thinking an hour up front to make the airplane, make it flyable, fly around in VR. Done. So, flipping back now, I'm now at the half-hour mark. I was slowed down by Unity a little bit. I'm slowed down by the extra modeling involved here, but I haven't even gotten into the VR control stick here, which is going to be important, big part, and I don't think I can do it in time. I'm calling it now that my 1 hour time limit was too short. I think it's going to take me 90 minutes. So revisions is good. If I still hit, I'm still going to aim for that 1 hour mark. I'm still going to code as if I only have an hour. If it takes me longer, that's fine. But in the end, I'm going to end up with the same product. Okay, let's continue. Let's keep going. I have no idea what these values should be, so I'm going to just put in 10 and 10. And what was I doing? I was in the project settings, which I already have open, in the input manager. So I've got horizontal. This comes with Unity, and you can see they bind it to the A and the D keys. We have vertical, W and S. And it looks like, I think I defined fly for a different scene in this project to Q and E. So what I want is Q and E actually to be rudder control. So just to make this less confusing, I'm going to say rudder equals string. You know what? I'm going to erase all of this. No. I was going to say, I'm just going to erase all of this anyway. And replace it with VR stuff, but I might want to keep them as debug keys. So I'm actually going to type all this out. As a benefit, it's going to make your viewing experience and your understanding of my code better, and my future self is going to thank me for this as well. Okay, there we go. And now instead of horizontal, now I just say rudder input string, and that makes way more sense. Roll input string is going to be that. Pitch input string is going to be that. And the good thing about hooking all this up and setting all your values and tuning it before you get the VR interaction set up is you can, oh wait, why is it rudder pitch roll? Do I have rudder pitch roll? I do have rudder pitch roll. Okay. Is right here in like the scene view, you can kind of just look at how it's going and you can tune all the numbers, and then you know when you're moving that joystick around in VR, the maximum deflection of the stick is going to equal your keyboard default inputs. So it's a really good way just to kind of sanity check that what you want to do is going to work. Okay, so here goes our... Nope. That's not what I wanted. So what changed there? So the roll amount, first of all, needs to be on the Z axis. So that's a bug, but I don't think that's what was causing it. I think it was the lift. I think my lift magic number is too big. But wasn't it the same as before? I'm going transform up, lift multiplier. Oh, I forgot to multiply by delta time. There we go. So that's immediately going to cut it down a lot. But I'm just going to cut out all the other transforms just to make sure I'm just dealing with lift as a singular unit. Yay. Okay, somewhere between 90,000 and 9 million is the magic number I'm looking for. Not exactly what I was hoping for here. Okay, so, oh, because I wasn't moving forward, because the velocity was too low, right? Okay, so now on all of this friggin' geometry that I have, I need a airplane physics. So just to get the airplane moving so we can get the aircraft. so that we can get everything going. I'm just going to set it all to 0 friction, and I'm going to take the minimum so that all of these elements here, can I just apply this to all of them? Yes. Okay. So now it should slide on the ground with no friction, and we should get some motion out of the plane, even if it's not going. Yeah, there we go. Toot toot. And I'm guessing I'm going to have to add something. Yeah, 900's too much. Now I'm going to have to restart it. 900's too much. Looked like 90 didn't do anything. Let's do 200. 200 works. 100. I still have some upward momentum, so I'm kind of, okay, so I actually don't want to just use our velocity. I need to use the forward component of our velocity. So I think I was correct before when I say forward velocity component equals, I want the larger of the two. I want either 0, so that'll just make it nothing, or or is there a local velocity? Crap, there isn't. Okay. Okay, so this is just getting a whole lot more complicated. Global velocity is just our rigid body's velocity, right? Our local velocity is, what is that? Is that transform translate? No, transform vector? Transform from local to world space. I want the inverse transform vector, right? Right? Is that what I want? And then the forward velocity component is going, whoops, let's get that back, is going to be local velocity, and then forward is Z, right? Right? That should be correct, right? And then I can, I think I'm going to get this wrong, so I'm just going to comment that out for now. So I won't be going up, and I'm going to just log out the local velocity vector 3 so I can see if the Z is indeed matching my current facing direction, and that's it. So I'm going to be watching down here in the console. Yeah, looks like my X is moving a bit. Maybe I'm sliding, but my Z is constantly increasing. And if I hit Q and E, that should be my... Oh, but I commented that out, so I can't rotate it. What if, can I just rotate it here? Like that. And now the Z... I'm not sure it is... Yeah, oh, maybe it is. So it's saying it's moving backwards because the Z is 3, and now it's moving forwards. Yeah, so I think the X here is the sliding component, which it may have been doing because it's on a slight hill. I think that's working. Okay, so sweet. I did all my math correct on the first try. Look at me. I'm such a good boy. Okay. Let's take forward velocity component. Nice. I don't think I actually need my lift magic number because I'm multiplying anyway by the lift multiplier. So that's fine. Okay, so now the lift is a function of the forward speed and only the forward speed. And that'll increase as the speed increases. So let's see how that looks. I like how it just flops to the ground. It's great. Okay, so not enough forward speed to get off the ground, but as speed increases, oh, I had Chris cranked up to like 100, right? Too high. too high. 50? 60? 80? Oh, look at that. 80 kind of takes off. 70? 80. 100. These hills are interfering. I kind of need a I need a safe space to fly my airplane in. Let's see what 100 looks like from the get-go. Let's see how fast it actually lifts off. And now if you just turn the plane around and you're sliding around a corner, it's just going to like drop out of the air. Look at that. I'm taking off all on my own. Oh. I don't know why it just dropped out of the air. I think because there is a missing forward component. But as I'm picking up speed, lifting off again, and it should keep lifting off. Nothing should change, right? Right. I might need to put a cap on that number as well because I'm getting too much lift there. Okay, so the lift component is going to be that, and then I'm just going to say lift component equals max of, well, what should the max be? A magic number that I'll define here. That's max lift. So it's either going to be max lift or no, I want lift component to equal times lift component's magnitude or max lift. Right? So I will take the existing magnitude or I will convert it to the maximum number if it's bigger. But I don't want the max, I want the minimum. I want the minimum of those two. Did I get this correct as well? No, I want the maximum of this one because I want it to just bottom out at 0. Okay, cool. In case it goes negative. Okay, so that should be acceleration done. Everything else should work, I guess. As long as I just tune all these numbers correctly. I'm guessing my forward component is just going to make me max lift. I don't know, 10? 10, I guess. I think my max lift is going to make me drop out of the sky. That's going to be fun. It's going to be fun times. But let's see. WSADQE, CUNY work. I think I just need to pick up enough speed to get off this ground, unless this 10 is too low. Maybe I need this 100, yeah, or 50, or 20. 20 is too much lift. Look at that. 10 keeps me airborne. My roll works. My pitch works. It's lamb. Oh. Okay. So I think I need my pitch and my roll to be slightly, whoops. What's that? 15, 20, 20. Rudder should be dampened a bit. I did notice that the roll was inverted. So roll is just going to be the negative of that. Okay. Let's try that again. I like that I inadvertently added a bunch of, like you have to actually take off. That's fun. So I would just tilt the nose up and then the engine power would just push me forward up into the air and add extra lift like this. But the tail is actually getting in the way, and if I tilt up too hard, too fast, that was an actual stall. I didn't have enough forward velocity to overcome gravity there. There we go. I can bank left, bank right. Nice, nice. If I tilt down, I should pick up speed, which should increase my maximum lift, which is going to make it behave more like a helicopter than an airplane. But that's cool, right? Helicopters are cool and fun. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay. It is difficult to fly, and it is not classically aerodynamic, but it works good enough that I'm happy with this. Sweet. Okay, let's call that done. And I can rewrite Microsoft Flight Simulator's physically based everything later. I'm not even applying forces. I'm just raw switching the transform. The only thing applying a force is the lift and the thrust. But I wonder what happens if I increase the thrust. That should increase our acceleration. And if I lower the maximum lift, that might actually feel a little bit better. But I'll revert that right away if this takes me more than a minute to just kind of figure out. So, look at that. I mean, it looks cool. And of course, you can fly inverted, but but my lift vector is actually accelerating me forwards in that other direction. Okay, sweet. That seems to be working okay enough that I would like to try that in VR. So now the idea is that I want to transform I guess I defined these too early because it makes more sense to define these down here. So this is the input section after this. So I want to translate these input values instead to the position of this flight stick. So how am I going to do that? Okay, so first I need to make this flight stick interactable. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to do that by can I just do it from here? I think I can do it from here. I wrote this code. It should be okay. Highlight. Let's take the I'll just scroll and find it. Spatial mapping wireframe? That sounds cool. Interactable, highlight. Is that enough? Is that enough to actually get it highlighting? Let's just make sure we get the geometry highlight working. No. Or maybe it's working. I guess it can't. I think it might be. Yeah, it is actually working. Can you see the glitching happening? Never mind that we're oh geez. Just don't look down as we fly inverted and crash into the ground. Oof. This seems, yes, the highlight is working. Okay, so I'm saying it's interactable. I'm saying you're able to highlight it. That's good. So I'm detecting the stick's position. What are my interaction controls? I've got interactable, attach. I kind of want to attach it, but I want it to point to it, which is Yeah, I just want the joystick to kind of point at your hand, right? Right? I'm thinking this through for the first time live on stream. Oh, this is fun. Everyone judging. That's going to be a custom attach. Oh, is rotate what I want? No. That spins it. Custom attach abstract, which is basically the same as this. You know what? I'm just going to do this. Okay, so this, I don't want the Y axis to rotate, but I want X to rotate. No, it's not rotating. Oh, because I never moved it. I need to move this. What is the height? I wanted to lower this to like 0.4. Sweet. And then that means the position needs to go up because it's in the middle, right? So 0.2. Right. And then the flight stick root. Oh, no. It was not 0.2. What if I just raise it to 0.4? Yeah. Okay, so now the pivot point is actually at the bottom. And then I just need to lower that down to the ground. Maybe a little bit into the ground. And now if I rotate this, yeah, that's what I want. So that is the Z axis and the X axis. You know what? I don't really care what axis it's going to rotate on. I can make this a lot easier if instead of pointing in this direction, what if I rotate it 90 degrees this way? And my thinking here is instead I can actually make it, is this 0.4? No, 0.4. Yeah, and now this one I can lift up. Haha. So my thinking with that, the reason I just rotated the cylinder is now the blue arrow is forward. And now I can just use a look at script because now this rotation here is being controlled by a simple look at. So I can write a custom script. So I've got it interactable, I've got it highlightable, just so I can see this better. Let's make, no, I don't want that. I want a new color for this joystick, and I'm going to make it, oops, transparent, just for kicks. There we go. Joystick. This is just so that I can better see when it's actually being highlighted. Highlight. Okay, and now it's interactable. It has a highlight. It on attach, detach, and update is just going to call a custom script. So let's make a joystick script. Joystick. Oh. I wish I could hide the packages folder in Unity so that I didn't accidentally open it all the time. Let me just scroll past all these scripts. There we go. Airplane. Joystick script. Let it recompile because I moved. Right. And joystick. Now I want a reference to the transform of the art and on grab update. That's all I need, right? What does it call? What? Because I need some information from this, from the custom event dispatcher. Like on update, it can just, you know, joystick on grab update, right? So now on update, it's just going to call this, and then I can tell that to look at, and that'll be good. But I'm worried because this doesn't pass an object, right? It just passes, oh, it does pass. Look at that. Oh, no, it doesn't. On update, it invokes. You know what I'm going to do? Is it just this? Custom attach? Yeah. You know what? Joystick. Yeah. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to remove... I'm not going to remove the joystick. I'm going to call this look at attach. I'm just going to rename joystick to look at attach. So instead of hooking up that custom behavior, I'm going to instead look at attach. I'm going to custom abstract. There we go. So I'm just going to inherit from the same abstract class as that old one was. I'm just going to use my thing there to do that. So I don't care about the on attach or on detach, but on update, all I'm going to do is say art look at position, right? Is it that simple? Is that all I have to do? Will this work on my first try, and then 55 minutes in it'll just go? It can't be that easy. It can't be that easy. Well, let's see. Let's see if this works. Come on. Oh, geez. My hand needs to recalibrate. There we go. Highlight. Yep. Grab. Move is failing. It's highlighting, but the grab isn't triggering, I don't think. Let me just really quick, so let's look at attach. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to say reparent. No, follow. No. Oh. I don't want to transfer velocity. Let's see if this works. So if I set everything up correctly, I should just be able to pick up the joystick, right? Yeah, okay. And I can't throw it because there's no rigid body. Okay, so I know that it's not like missing a rigid body or a collider or something. It's just... It's something in my code, I think. Nope, not flight. I want look at attach to come back. Georoute, there's no errors. Look at attach. Can I just... I'm just going to debug log that out and see if something is happening. Badoop? No, nothing is happening. Look at attach. Let's do... Let's do that. See what happens there. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so it's not going. Custom attach abstract. So I know that circular drive does work. Do I know that event dispatcher works? No, I don't. Circular drive works. And it's like on attach. Maybe it just needs a rigid body. Let's just add a rigid body and just see if that just fixes everything. But it was working, like without the rigid body before. I'm not getting anything. Not getting anything. Custom attach. Yay, debugging my own code. Is there something higher up intercepting? Is that what's going on? Airplane geometry. Flight. No. No, there's not. This interactable highlight. I could pick it up because AJ attach event dispatcher. I mean, why don't I just, you know, for kicks, why don't I on attach just call a random function in my code? Whoops. And look at attach. Nope, going over an hour. Okay, public void debug hello. Hello. Let's see if this triggers. Look at attach test. Without the rigid body. Go. So this shouldn't work, right? It did indeed not work. So my custom attach isn't working, but attach does. What if I just do a custom interface? Oh, Dodoy, I forgot to add the attach behavior. I wasn't actually attaching it. Yeah, so I need a custom attach interface here, and then yeah, okay, these events can stay empty. Okay, that should just work. That should just plain and simple work, and I don't need. Whoa. I was just being dumb about my own code. Oof, oof, ow, oof, ow. Maybe this just works. Come on, hand. Come on, hand. Ba-doop. Ba-doop-a-doop. Look at that. Okay, it's off by 90 degrees. I think look at takes an argument for what is up. what is up? What does it default to? What is world up? Isn't that the default? What is the default? Let's open the source code. Vector3.up is the default, so I think I want vector3.forward. Yep. Because it's assuming a humanoid, so like vector3 up is like a different direction. This should be it. This should be it. No. Why is it still the same? Maybe it was defaulting to vector3 up? What? That'd be weird. Come on. Hey. So why did it break that first time? Does it depend on which way I'm holding it. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh. Maybe because I'm using the offset position. Let's just use the raw position, right? Because it's kind of, I think when you use offset position, then it keeps your hand. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Now that I have a working, grabbable flight stick, one thing that's bugging me is when I look up, I don't have enough frames of reference. Whoops. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take these two, not the HMD. I'm going to take these two cubes. I'm going to duplicate them. And then in world space, I'm just going to move those up. And what am I going to do? Shrink them down a little bit, especially that way. There we go. And now I just have some like railings up top. You know, as you do. As you do. And then let's do boo. Look at me. I'm a 3D modeler. I'm the best 3D modeler in the world. Look at me go. Badoo. Badoo. Look at that beautiful cockpit. Oh, nice. Nice. Okay, so that should look a little bit better. And now what I need to do is I need to convert the X and the Z coordinates of this into the flight, pitch, and roll. Okay, so to do that, I need a flight stick reference, which is going to be the georoute here. Boop. And then I'm going to say, let's get fancy. Flight stick roll. Wait, spacebar. There we go. And let's do flight stick pitch. So that's gonna be so let's zoom in on this flight stick and get some actual numbers. Whoops, I don't want to rename it. Okay, so if I go this way, what's that? Is that the Y number changing mostly? Oh no, quaternions. Quaternions. Okay, roughly 0 to 1, well, say the maximum deflection that I kind of want to register is going to be about 20 to 160 on the Y. So that is roll. So flow roll equals flight stick local rotation Y, right? Right. And then roll equals math. No, if roll is less than 20, roll equals 20. And if roll is greater than 160, roll equals 160. Then we could just return roll. Boom, done. And I bet similar values are going to be in play here. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Oh, my code face. Oh, I got smacked in the code face right there. Pitch. And this is going to be, is that going to be Z? No, it's not. It's going to be X, isn't it? Let's check. Let's find out. So I want to be all... Okay, when that's near vertical, what is that? 120? That's a weird number. No, not the rotation, not the Z. What if I zero that out? Is this still... Oh, ow, oh, ow, quaternions, ow. Ow, 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 quaternions. Okay. Y, I don't think, is the actual one that I want. X. Oh, no. Oh, quaternions are going to be the death of me. Okay, so I need to get... Depending on the rotation... Oh, I'm mad at this. This does not look good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick these numbers in and see if it works. And if it does, great. And if not, I'm just going to look at some other values. So instead, roll input is just going to equal flight stick roll. Boom. And pitch input is going to be flight stick pitch, and I'm just going to leave these inputs in here, and then I can override them later if I want to. And what I'm going to do is I'll start with roll. Oh, why not do both? Roll input. And I'm going to log pitch input. So I think look at, because I'm using the look at script, it's going to be different than the way I'm jiggling the handle here. So I'm going to need to just look at the output and see what values it's returning and then just normalize it to that. I could do the math on it. I don't want to do the math. Oh, look at this nice dashboard. Oh, wow. So beautiful. Okay. See, it seems to be behaving just fine. Okay, so roll is going to be roll left, roll right. It's all 20. Oh, yay. Because of these bits. So let's just comment these out. And let's actually rename this pitch so I can see what it's doing. Whoops. Apparently there's a duplicate number button. Come on, open. Okay, let's see what happens here. Oh, and of course the roll and the pitch are going to be, oh. I'm going to have to divide them by a big number, aren't they? Okay. Ba-doop, 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 ba-doop. Okay, so if I'm holding the joystick... Let's start with pitch. So pitch currently is about 0. If I move it forward, 0.6, 0.5, left, right. That does not seem like the actual value. No, that is, it's giving me something different. Pitch input, right? Flight stick local rotation to X. Did I point to a geo route? I did, didn't I? I did. And I could see the local rotation are these numbers. So these numbers should equal these numbers. Right, so these numbers I should be seeing on my screen, and I am not. Why am I not? Why am I not seeing those numbers? What is going on here? flight stick. Is that the right? Yep. Local rotation. Because it's not local Euler angles. I mean, local rotation is probably a better number because it's actually going to get me the quaternion, but these are numbers that I can understand quickly. Let's, on my to-do list. Oh yeah. Yeah, perfect. That's not making me sick at all. Okay. Pitch. Full forward, 300. Full back, 300. Roll. 195 to 340. Okay, so pitch should be looking at Y, not Z. So full forward is 75, full back is 260. Okay, pitch. Full forward is, what did I say? 75, 260, 260. There's like a clamp remap. Clamp. Whoops. Float remap. Float clamp. Float. Math F dot clamp. Remap? I thought there's a remap function. Because I want to convert pitch to minus equals 75. You know what? Max equals 260. Max. I'm just trying to do this fast because I want to get done. So this will kind of normal, and then pitch equals pitch divided by max minus min, right? Right, and that'll convert it to a 0 to 1, right? Right. Is that correct? No. That's gonna convert it to 0 to 1. But I want it -1 to 1, right? Because it's an axis. So I remap 0 it, remap 0 to 1, double remap to -1 to 1. Right? Is that correct? That looks correct to me. Look at that ultra correct logic. And was it X? I think it was Y for roll, right? Pitch was Y. I think pitch works like this. And let's, is it just like crashing on me? Okay, and then if I just swap this into roll, let's pretend the min and max are going to be the same. Okay, so maybe this is good. Maybe that's good. Let's see. It's probably not good. Well, at least we're not glitching all over the place. Whoa. I think I've just got the wrong axis for roll, and I've inverted pitch. So let's minus the pitch and roll. Oh, yeah, they're both on Y. X, Z, X. Let's try X first. I could just look at the number, but that's going to take me 2 runs anyway. Pull back, makes me fly up. Move to the right, moves me to the right. Move to the left, moves left. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so I'm still holding it. I'm moving it left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, forward, back, right, left, right, left, right, left. No, it looks like Z. It looks like Z. And it ranges from 0 to 0. Oh no. It is Quaternion City. You know what though? You know what? I think watching the rest of this video, watching me solve Quaternions for the 50th friggin' time, is not going to be fun entertainment. So, tell you what. Here I am in my sweet, sweet airplane. I can pitch the nose forward, I can pitch the nose back, and I can crash. I don't think I can roll. I mean, I can roll left, but I can't roll right. And here I have, oh, it's making me so sick. Here I have the ultimate flight simulator. I'm gonna call it as a success. Yep. I'm going to call that a success. Here, I'll play one more time just for you, maximized. So you can see how terrible this is in all of its glory. I think you got my left eye. Yeah, let's just stall this plane out and collapse it back down to the ground. Neom. Look how fast they're going. Look how much lift we're getting. Oh, look at my constant slow left turn that I can't fix. oh. You know why I can't fly? There's no tail. That's the problem. No tail on this plane. All right, let's call it here. I'm going to call it a success after an hour and 20 minutes. I was pretty close. I mean, another 10 minutes and another 10 minutes of me reading about Quaternions on Unity.com is, like I say, not the most entertaining thing in the world. And I don't want to spend forever on this anyway. So hey, let's call this a victory. I now have created a flight simulator. Woo! All right. Well, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching me torture my eyeballs, my brain. Maybe I got to go lay down for a bit now and get over all that motion sickness. Ugh, oof. Maybe next time I'll do grappling hooks. Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be super fun for everyone? Not me. Jesus. Okay. Farewell, stream.